instructor for this course this semester. The name of the course is Fundamentals of Archaeology with Laboratory. It's taught by me and Dr. Jeffrey Ferguson, and he's teaching the actual lecture part of the archaeology course, where I'm doing the actual lab. So today, what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be going over the syllabus. We're going to go over a few things in regards to my background, and so you get to know me a little better. And then we're also going to go through the website itself, all right, the Canvas website, so you guys understand exactly where to go and what tabs to click or whatever else. So there's no one who's going to be confused about anything, all right? So let's first start with a little bit about me. All right, my name is Cameron McConnell. I'm a graduate instructor here for the Department of Anthropology. I got my Master of Arts from here at Mizzou in 2020. My Bachelor of Arts, my majors were philosophy and cultural anthro, and my current research is North American archaeology, specifically with the Southeast. When I talk about the Southeast, I'm talking about the Cherokee, the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Natchez, those tribes, all right, down in the southern part of the United States, all right, and cultural anthropology of those groups. And I'm also focusing on shamanism, archaeoastronomy, calendrics, neuroscientific explanations of religious belief, anthropology, religion, cognitive archaeology, rock art, monolithic features, platform mounds. If you guys are familiar with the big platform mounds they have up in eastern St. Louis at Cahokia, that kind of thing, or if you're familiar with Stonehenge, that's another version of a monolithic piece of rock art. Native symbolism, and of course the Mountville rattlesnake disc. That was a piece of art. It's an artifact that was we found in the later part of the 19th century, and I'm not going to get into it right now about it, but we'll talk about that in class as well. And I'm going to show you the research on this, all right, so everyone can get an idea of how basically archaeological research is done. So if you decide and choose that you want to do archaeology as a career, I'm going to show you exactly what it entails to do that type of thing, all right? Also, I have a click here for a research video. This is my thesis video. And also, if you look around different places, you'll find my email addresses and stuff like that. And there's a picture of me there on the profile. Now, I would like everyone, if they could, to go ahead and update your biography that you have on Canvas, and go ahead and put a picture up. That way, I can get an idea of who you are, and I can get a better idea of what your interests are and things of that nature, right? So I kind of know who I'm talking about or who I'm talking to. All right. Let's see here. So let's talk about some aspects of the class you're going to need to know about. All right. So let's go here to the class itself. We're in student view right now. So this is the view that you guys have as far as when you open up Canvas, all right, and go to this class, all right. Actually, let me back out a little bit. When you come into this class, you should see this icon here. If you can follow my cursor there, Archaeology for 2021, you click on that, and that will take you into the course. Again, let me go to student view, and this is what it look like. What it will look like. And what I want to do now is go over a little bit of the syllabus, so you have an idea of what we're doing here. First and foremost, you'll have my phone number, which is the main office number, and you can get my email address. You can contact me that way. My office is Swallow Hall 203. My office hours are by appointment via email and conducted through Zoom. The reason we're doing that is because of COVID. All right. So if you want to talk to me about anything, please catch me before or after class, or make an appointment through me through Zoom, and I will contact you that way. That won't be a problem. I want you to go ahead and read through this on your own. You'll be able to see it on your own, right, on your own Canvas site. And but there's a few things I want to highlight for you guys that are really important, all right, as far as the class is concerned. First and foremost, It's at 201 Swallow Hall, which is the second floor. All right, you'll go up to the second floor, and the only classroom up there is 201 in Swallow Hall. That's where we're having it at. It'll be on Thursdays. Whether you're having your class at 10 a.m. or whether you're having your class at 3:30, that's where it's at. Um, some other issues to uh, pay attention to. There are some rules. All right, and we'll go over those real quickly. The first most important one is closed-toed shoes are always required for this course. And there's a reason for this because we're working with specialized equipment, we're working with chemicals, we're working with a variety of different things, and I don't want any of that spilling on your feet, and I don't want anybody getting hurt by anything you do inside this class. So this is an absolute must, whether we're going outside, whether we're inside the classroom, or whatever reason, closed-toed shoes always for this course. Safety comes first. It's non-negotiable. This course can be safely conducted if you listen to your instructor. The instructor reserves the right to remove students from the lab class if their behavior endangers anyone. If asked to leave, you must politely excuse yourself. Justification or arguments will not be tolerated under any circumstances. If you do not show up on time for a lab class, you will not be allowed to conduct the lab. It is for safety issues. The instructor goes over safety issues at the start of the class. Let me make this real simple for you. Due to COVID, there is a variety of issues here that we must adhere to, and the most important aspect of it is that everyone's got to wear a mask. Everyone, whether you're on campus, in the buildings, in the classrooms, at all times, you must be wearing a mask. Also, you need to be social distancing. You have to be social distancing from each other while inside the class, all right? This also means that during the time frame of the class, right, you will be within roughly 6 feet apart from each other inside the classroom. You must maintain that at all times. Another thing to also remember here is that this classroom is not just being used by your class. Our class is not the only one in there. There are other classes that will be held in the same class, so there will be wipes there for people to use to wipe down your areas. Think of it like a yoga class, right, or going to the gym. You'll wipe down your equipment when you get done. Same situation here. You'll wipe down anything you use, whether it be the seat or the table in front of you or whatever else when you get done with the class. Put it in the trash and go on. All right? Simple enough. All right. Course requirements. Grades will be based on assignments, lab assignments at 80% and class participation at 20%. Class participation will include going on a museum tour, attending the atlatl throw, flint napping, creating pinch pots, and other outside activities that we may do throughout the semester. Obviously, this makes it imperative for you to attend class in order to receive participation points for that lab. Excessive unexcused absences will result in a failing grade. There will be no makeup labs during the semester. However, I may be able to assign additional work to make up those unfinished labs depending on circumstances. I also reserve the right to drop a letter grade after 3 unexcused absences. What this boils down to is this is a lab course. All right. If you've never had a lab course before, lab courses traditionally, absolutely, without a doubt, are ones you have to show up for. All right. You cannot just miss a lab course. If you are not there, you will lose points. It's just that simple because everything we're doing is hands-on. We're doing hands-on experimentation inside the class. And if you're not there to do it with us, all right, I can't give you the points for that particular assignment. It's just that simple. Technical skills required. This class includes online resources and minimal technical skills using Canvas, Zoom, attaching documents, and using Word are necessary for succeeding in the course. In addition, having reliable access to the internet and a computer is necessary. Most of our assignments, the way we'll do it here is that I will not be handing you out anything. Everything you will find here on Canvas. Every piece of paperwork that you need will be handed out here. And you can download them and print them off as you please. Also, due to COVID, I'm not going to be taking anything from you. You're not going to be taking anything from me, or as far as paperwork is concerned. So everything you're doing will be handled literally online. And I'll show you how to get to all those things as this video progresses. Also, you're going to have to have a valid or a decent working computer system to be able to do this. That has you have to be able to get online. You'll have to be able to use Zoom, and you know, and really, truthfully, the most technical skill I really want you to bring to the table is your capability to work with others, all right, inside the class, all right, and have an open mind. Being able to bring the brain in there and being able to leave it open to listen to other people's opinions on things, probably the most technical skill you could have for this class, right? Because we're going to be covering a lot of stuff, all right, and some of these things are controversial too. And I hope that this is to be a great class for everybody to learn something about what we do in archaeology and how we do it. All right. Grading scale. The entirety of the points that you receive this class will go toward 25% of your grade in the Fundamentals of Archaeology course. See Dr. Ferguson's syllabus for specific grading regarding his class. So that means that his class will have 75% of the points, and mine will have 25%. Together, you'll have 100% of your grade. Each lab will grade on either a 50 or 100 point scale, meaning that whether we're talking about a assignment in course or in class, or where we're talking about a some kind of exercise, or we're talking about something you're turning in, or a lab paper, or anything like that, it's going to be roughly between 50 to 100 points for what exactly it would be worth. Detailed instructions will be given on how to complete the labs with each handout on the Canvas site, which some of the labs you'll be required to create a small lab report with in-text citations and a reference page. That will be anywhere between 3 to 5 pages in length, but no more than that. Each lab report, if specifically assigned, will require at least to follow AAA, American Anthropological Association, or SAA, Society of American Archaeology, and their respective style guides. Which means if you write a report for this class, the requirement will be for you to use those style guides. And the links for those style guides are right here for AAA and the SAA. Required text. Colin Renfrew, Paul Braun, 2018 Archaeology Essentials, Theories, Methods, and Practice. You'll find this book at the bookstore. Also, there's an online version I think is free, or at least it was last semester. It should not be difficult to get your hands on it. And contact Dr. Ferguson because I believe he has the free. He knows a link to that. If not, contact me and I'll work it out for you. All right. Additional requirements. Again, everyone has to wear a face mask while we are in the class. We will continue to follow university's rules and city ordinances, keeping our distance from one another, and please be respectful of others and use social distancing at all times. As far as the American with Disabilities Act, the ADA, if you need accommodation, please contact Disability Services, and there's a number there on the syllabus for that department. And you probably won't have to worry about having a note taker in this class, because I promise you, literally everything in this class, as far as lectures concerned, there will be a video of it, and it will be online, and there will be an assignment for it, and there will be a module for it, all of it written down. So you'll have all that information at your fingertips for the class, right? So you should not have any issues whatsoever as far as that is concerned. If you do have anything like that, and you do contact American Disabilities Act, excuse me, if you do contact Disability Services, they'll contact me and we'll go from there. All right. Academic integrity, this goes without saying. There's no cheating or dishonesty. Statement for intellectual pluralism. We welcome intellectual diversity and respect students' rights. No recording of lectures. Obviously, I'm recording everything I'm doing, all right? And you'll have access to every last thing that I'm recording inside the class. So there should not be an issue with that as well. Social distancing, and it's like being a dead horse, but we'll continue to keep doing it because of the situation with COVID-19. Maintain social distancing 6 feet between individuals on and off campus. Events with no more than 20 people are prohibited. Wear a face mask, coverings on and off campus per city ordinance. Practice good hand hygiene. Wash your hands, people. Just wash your hands, all right? And check your symptoms daily. If you experience symptoms related to COVID-19, do not go to class or public places on campus. I'm not going to have a temperature gauge at the front door of the class. Y'all are grown adults. You will know if you feel sick. Don't come to class. send me an email, all right, letting me know what's going on. If you're sick, don't come, all right? We will work out that issue between me and you, all right? We will fix it. We'll work it out, all right? But if you are well, you need to be here because, again, this is a lab class. It's incredibly important for you to attend, all right? Because of these hands-on things that we're doing in class. Um, and here's the warning label they put on everything. These proactive steps must be followed and are non-negotiable. Per the Vice Chairman of Student Affairs, the university will not hesitate to take disciplinary action up to including suspension and expulsion, which basically means if you're not following the rules as far as social distance is concerned, what I've been instructed to do is to ask you nicely to please put on a mask. If you refuse to do so, then I'm going to have to end the class and stop the whole entire class and send everybody home. So please, if you want to get through this class, everyone has to do their social distancing. Everyone has to wear their mask. And I appreciate everyone follows proper hygiene as well. All right? Now, specific modules for the 2021 lab for spring. And this week, of course, we are doing the introduction. That's the video you're seeing right now. We're going to go over the introduction, go over the syllabus, structure of the class, the grading, and all that. Next will be scientific method in archaeology, and that's a little more intricate things we're going to be talking about. But most of what I want to focus there will be on common fallacies that people run into in science as a whole. And I want you guys to understand them, all right? So when you're discussing these issues amongst each other, that you don't fall in the traps of these fallacies, all right, when you're discussing them. Excavation and provenience, we have some wooden boxes we call units that we're going to lay out on the tables. And I'm going to show you how to dig in those boxes, how you would out there on an actual dig site, all right? And all the things that go along with it about how we catalog the artifacts and everything going along with it. Point provenience, bagging the artifacts. We're treating this class very similar we would to going to a field school. When you go into a field school in archaeology, you'll learn how to be a lab tech or a field tech out there in the field for an actual archaeological dig and all the paperwork that goes along with that, which is incredibly important because provenience is pretty much everything when you think about it. So this is something that I definitely want you guys to be able to learn as well, the paperwork, because if you decide to do a career in archaeology or anthropology, getting the paperwork right is essential. Sampling and stratigraphy, and we're able to logic puzzle going with that. Seriation, phyletic sequencing occurrence. All right, I'll get more depth of that later. Flint napping. We're actually going to get some chert out, and we're going to nap it right there in class. All right, we're going to make some projectile points and some blades. So hopefully everyone will have fun doing that. We're going to go over the lithics as a whole on the next class and talk about how we categorize and classify and what methods we use various different lithic artifacts. We're going to do a ceramic Nectar-Lex pinch pots. We're using some clay. We're actually going to make pots. All right, we're going to fire them and stuff like that. And we're going to learn about how that's done. Ceramic analysis. We're going to torture the shards. All right. The shards it's not shard, it's shards in ceramics. And shards, we're actually going to teach you how to torture shards, where we're going to burn them. We're going to look at them through microscopes. We're going to look at them through very different ways, right? Make them scream so we can understand exactly what we're doing as far as how we analyze these things to be able to figure out dates, to be able to figure out how it was made, stuff like that. Funnel analysis. Then we're actually going to go out in the quad, and then we're going to do an atlatl throw. We're going to bring out the atlatls and put out some targets, and we're going to see if we can hit them. And also that week, we're going to do a museum tour where you guys are going to go out and go to the museum and actually write a report on what things you found and stuff like that, and all the things you may be interested in about what you see at that museum regarding archaeology. All right. And then, of course, my favorite part of the class is the datum, pace, and compass mapping. Well, it's actually not my favorite, but it's close to my favorite. Where we actually go out and we learn how to do pace and compass. We're learning how to actually use a compass, all right, and the proper way to handle it. And we're also going to figure out your pace count so you can figure out exactly distances by way of just walking. Then we're going to do an advanced compass mapping and grid excavation. We're going to map the entire quad out in front of Swallow Hall, and then we're going to actually set up a grid, and the same way we would in any other place we'd be excavating. All right, we would set up an actual grid of the various different units that you'd be digging out. All right, so you can see exactly how the process is done. And then finally, truly my favorite part of the course, all right, which is archaeoastronomy and archaeoastronomical calendrics. And this is where we get into the aspects of learning about how the stars and calendrics calendars, how this affected ancient man, and how these things were used by them for the purposes of agriculture, and how they influence their religious beliefs. So all these things are going to be a part of this course, and my real hope is that everyone gets a kick out of it. Everyone really enjoys it for what it is, and I really feel like we're gonna have a lot of fun with it too. All right, so let's go back up to the top, and I want you to click over to modules, and you'll see two modules here. You have lectures and PowerPoints. Every week, this is week 1 here, and I just threw the syllabus in here, all right, for you guys to see it. All right, you'll have a lecture written out. All right, let's click on that. And you'll see the lecture, you'll see the syllabus there. This would be normally some type of lecture, and it's going to have assignment actually at the end of it, so you can read it and you'll know exactly what we're going to be doing in the course. All right. And also what we'll have will be a link. It'll be a YouTube link that you will go to, and if you click on it, you will find a video, like the video I'm doing right now, will be in the the lecture. So it's just that simple. All right, you'll have the video lecture, you'll have the assignment. All right, you'll have the PowerPoints. All that will be right here. All right, and everything here will be a full lecture that will be written out, and the assignment to go along with the lab that we're going to be doing. All right. Now let's go over. Let's get out of here. And you'll have a PowerPoint as well you can go to as well. And this is just a PowerPoint I pulled from last semester, and this will be probably our first one we'll be doing this semester as well. I need to update and clean it up a bit. And you'll be able to look at the entire PowerPoint. You'll have pretty much everything you need right here on Canvas, as well as the lectures that we'll be having in class. All right, so you'll have both. Everything will be there for you. All right, assignments. This week's assignment, if you had gone down to the bottom, let's say go to modules and go to the bottom here of the syllabus, and going all the way to the bottom of this thing, you'll notice there's an assignment at the very bottom of it. Week 1 assignment, just to make sure everyone's paying attention. In the assignment tab on Canvas, I want you to tell me a little about yourself. Just a couple of paragraphs to let me know what your interests are, your major, what you expect to get out of this course. It might be helpful for you to upload a photo as well, or change your photo on Canvas, so I can figure out who you are, and when we see each other in class. It's just a suggestion. This is worth 50 points. Please have it uploaded into Canvas by January 25th at midnight to receive full credit. See you in class. Can't be any simpler than that, right? Just give me a couple of paragraphs, and you'll do that right here in assignments. Go to week 1, introductions, and right there you click submit assignment, and you'll have the capability to do text entry, and you can write it out right here for me to read it, and then you'll submit it, and then I can read it. And also you can also, if you feel like dropping a media picture in there or anything like that to let me able to see who you are, or I'd really actually appreciate if you change your Canvas bio or upload a picture. That would be actually most optimal. But yeah, give me a little information about you so I can see who I'm talking to. All right, and a little bit about your interest and what you expect to get out of the course. So hopefully everybody that's been watching this video will be doing that, and I'll know very quickly those who did not, based by just looking on who didn't submit or who didn't watch the video. All right, next is grades. This is a test student, by the way. If they submit the information, I get it, I grade it. I'll put a score there for however many points, let's say 50 points, and that'll be your score as well if you do this course. If you've dealt with Canvas before, you know how this works. All right. If we have a situation where the campus is closed down, this is where we'll be having our classes. You will receive a link via your email, and you can use that to be able to know when the class is going to be at. All right, and then that time frame, we'll probably have it at the same time the class would meet. All right, whether it be 10 o'clock or whether it be 10 o'clock or it'll be like 3:30, and then we'll have our meeting there. We'll have our class there. All right, and I'll do the exact same thing there that I would have done normally in class. All right, and then of course you'll have everything as normal on the Canvas site with the PowerPoints, the videos, and everything else as well too. All right, one last couple of things I want to show you before I get out of here. This is the chat function. This is kind of a new thing they have here on Canvas. And I added a little message here for everybody here. If you have an issue or you have a comment or a concern or anything, and you feel like the whole class want to hear it, or you just want to like start a discussion within the group, please drop your chat right here on this page. All right, and I'll monitor it. I'll be monitoring this thing daily for people who put anything on it, and as well, if there's other people there who see it and like to comment or can answer a question someone else missed, all right, please do it. This is your area to be able to communicate with me outside of the classroom. All right, I want to make that as open as possible for everyone, not just email, not just the capability to talk to me after class or else, but due to COVID, I realize there are a lot of issues for people who normally have a lot more contact with students and teachers, whatever else, and I want this to be open communication for everyone. So please utilize this resource, all right, and utilize it for each other. All right, so this is the chat. And Media Gallery, I haven't uploaded anything on here yet, but I will as the course continues. I'm going to be throwing up all kinds of various different things here for stuff for you to see. It'll be like artifacts, it'll be pictures of various different things, maybe papers, whatever else. You can just check it out when I throw it up, all right? And I think that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please throw it up on the chat or email me, and I'll check it out. If you have any problems at all, please let me know. I think I've covered every issue that may come up here, and please have those introductions in by. It will be the 24th of January by midnight. All right, have those up in there for me to read them, and that will be your first 50 points of the class. All right, so I appreciate everyone who's decided to take the course. I hope we'll have a great class this semester, and you guys have a great night.